So today we want to talk about a topic I think that's on everybody's mind, in all walks of life. That's simply how to become a millionaire.
Yeah, it's something that people think about all the time, and it's something that people have to be disciplined to do, and it's going to take years. So it's not something that you can just, look at a video or, do some research and become a millionaire tomorrow. It's going to take, somewhere between 10 to 20 years to become a millionaire for the average American.
10 to 20 years, I say longer.
You think so?
Like closer to 30, 40?
Okay. You think 30 years?
Well, the average millionaire age in America is like close to 60 years old, give or take a couple of years.
Okay.
That was the average in the research study they did. So that leads me to believe that most American millionaires are what you call 401k millionaires.
Okay.
And I think that's a great thing because a millionaire is a millionaire at the end of the day. But yeah.
I mean, there's a plan that's out there that someone could become a millionaire if they just started from 18 years old, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're 18 years of age, or maybe you're 17 in high school, and you're watching this is for you. Or if you have children that are in high school and they're getting ready to join the workforce, if you start right now and either you join the military, this is a good option for people, right? You can make a decent salary, somewhere between $40,000 to $50,000 right off the bat. They pay for your housing, and I think sometimes, in most cases, they pay for your food as well. They also pay for schooling, so then you can get an education. You can also make a decent amount of money. You can save money, and then you can invest anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a month for about 15 years. By that time, that money is worth somewhere between, I think, $750,000, and then on top of that, you would have been saving the rest of that, the remainder, and that difference, if I did the calculations right, would be around $200 to $250. So you could become a millionaire in somewhere between 15 to 20 years if you were to start at 18 making $50,000 and took the military route, or be a waitress or some type of waiter, or work in the bar industry, or have a trade. You don't necessarily need to have a degree to become a millionaire in 15 years.
Okay, those sound like good options. The only caveat I will have is that definitely, right, the military is something that you shouldn't join unless your heart is really into it. So that is a caveat to that.
Right.
If you have the heart to fight for your country, which is a very noble thing, I think that is a very good option. Although it's going to be hard to save 100% of your salary. That sounds like a rice and beans diet for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely strict. You have to be super disciplined. And like I said, 15 years. If you were to save in your 20s, you could live in your 30s. That's what I say.
Okay. Well, my approach is a little different. This is the strategy that I prescribe to most people. Of course, if you can, challenge yourself academically, develop your skill sets as much as you can in your 20s, and really try to get the most that you can out of your career. So that means moving up in salary and pay year on year, just becoming more useful to whatever industry you choose to join. Then once you have your career track, rising and rising, you're building and building on that. Something that you should definitely do is get rid of debt.
Yep.
Because I think the shortest path between you and becoming a millionaire is getting rid of debt. And so once you get rid of debt, invest 15% of your income into your retirement. So split that somewhere between your 401k and accepting a match from work, and a Roth IRA, and then also invest some money into an individual stock portfolio. Okay? And then buying a home.
Yep.
Buying a home, and then what is going to make that the most beneficial and financially advantageous is getting a 15-year mortgage, right? Because you end up paying less for your home over time in the 15 versus 30 year.
True.
Right? And then, yeah, you do that. You invest in your retirement accounts. You invest in your 401k. You get a 15-year mortgage that is not more than 25% of your take-home pay. You have no debt. You'll become a millionaire in no time. And you'll become one of these everyday millionaires. Some will call you a 401k millionaire because most of your net worth is going to be in that 401k account. But a millionaire is a millionaire. As long as you got your 6-month emergency fund, you have a house that's paid off. If you buy the house at 30, by 45, it'll be paid off. You'll be living in a paid off house. You'd have probably close to 20 years of investing 15% of your salary into a retirement fund. You have no debt. Life is good.
Yeah, life is good. And unless you invent something or, start a business, become an entrepreneur that's very successful, making somewhere between $250,000 to $500,000 a year, there's really no fast way to become a millionaire. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes investing, it takes savings. Another thing that could help, some individuals is getting married, having a spouse, having someone take on some of that debt with you, having someone pour into, their 401k as well, investing into a joint account, tacking on debt together. And that's something that we'll talk about later, but definitely having a spouse could help people in the long run. It could get you to your goals quicker. What do you think about that?
No, I definitely agree. I mean, if you can have a partner in marriage and you guys are working together towards the same goal, that definitely makes things a lot easier. That's double the income coming into the home, and that's double the eyes being set forth towards that goal. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's a win-win. But what's important is just being on the same financial page with whoever you're going to marry. Because finances is a very big component of marriage. I know I'm not married, but if you don't talk about it and you don't address it early on, that could become a problem later. And that's where you see a lot of these nasty divorces and things of that nature. It's because people don't have a conversation about money.
That's right.
And just in a nutshell, man, if you want to become a millionaire, you have to become intentional. You have to intentionally work towards that path. And I can tell you, the average U.S. household income is $61,000. With that $61,000 household income, you can still become a millionaire if you're intentional. And even with that, you don't have to stop there. You have to work intentionally towards raising a career, raising your job, working hard, getting skill sets even outside of your job that you can make money off of, so you can work, hard towards that goal.
Definitely agree. Okay, let me throw a scenario out there, right? Okay, say for instance, I'm 40 years old. Okay. I make about $75,000. I own a home. I think I probably have about $40,000 in equity.
Okay.
And I financed my car, and the payment's around $500 to $600, and my savings account is under 10. Okay. How can I become a millionaire?
So you're 40 years old.
40 years old.
You make $75,000 a year.
$75K.
Your savings is under $10,000.
Under $10,000.
Okay, what industry do you work in?
I would say hospitality.
Hospitality.
Yeah.
And do you get full benefits, 401k? Match?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Number one, depends on your debt load. But what I would do is I would attack that debt vigorously, clean that up. Oh, you're a homeowner? Yes, right? Yes, you're a homeowner.
About $40,000 in equity.
Okay, so the first thing I would do is I would attack the debt, clean that up. Mm-hmm. Whatever that is, I'll make a plan. I'll get on a written budget. Then I'll also put aside $1,000 emergency fund. Everything other than that $1,000, I'm putting it towards debt.
Okay.
If you got credit cards, I'm cutting those credit cards. You don't need that anymore. You don't need to see the inside of a restaurant unless you're working there.
Okay.
No, straight up.
All right. I understand.
Pay off that debt. Then once you pay off that debt, then, you will go into saving 15% for retirement. Then you'll throw in whatever extra you have towards paying off your house early. Right? So you're saving 15% towards retirement, then you pay off that house early. Okay. So by the time you're done paying off that house early, and with that income, how much is the house worth?
$300,000.
I would say in 12 years, you should be able to pay off that house early.
Okay.
In about 12 years. So in that 12 years, if you're saving 15% towards retirement and paying extra payment towards your home, I mean, 15% of 75,000 is what? That's what, 11,000, something like that. So that's 11,000 a year plus whatever your company matches on your 401k. That can grow year over year for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be a few $100,000
for sure.
So you went from zero retirement to a paid off house and a few $100,000.
Okay.
In 12 years by 52.
Okay.
With my exact plan that I prescribed.
Okay. And then by the age of 65,
will that person even more?
Will that person be a millionaire?
So now you're what? Let's say, what was the debt load? Because it depends how long.
I'm not 100% sure.
But it depends, right?
20,
you can clean up that debt in a year or two. Okay, yeah. Cool. So let's say by 55 you've cleared your debt and you follow my plan. Okay, yeah. So now your 401k has a few $100,000 in it, and your home that's $300,000. You own that outright, so you're worth anywhere between $500,000-$600,000. You keep putting that 15% towards retirement, and then you take all that money you're putting towards your house and you put that in a good, strong mutual fund that gives you 10% year on year average. Mm-hmm. Do your research. There's some out there that do that. And then you ride that until you're, 65?
Yeah.
You're a millionaire.
You could be a millionaire. Okay. It's a good plan. All right.
And that's making $75,000 a year.
That's making $75,000, which is a substantial income for most, people out there. Because, like you said, 61,000 is the median. Yep. So anything over that is above average.
Yep.
Or above the median. Okay. Good deal.
Yeah, man. So that sounds good to me. I'll take it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you definitely want to have a substantial income for your retirement plan. Regardless if you're a multimillionaire or whatever, you don't want to think about how are you going to eat when you're of 65 years of age. For sure.
Yeah, man, because that can be very worrisome.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to go into retirement with a mortgage.
Right.
You don't want to go into retirement with debt.
That's right.